Here in Lafayette, Indiana, reminding you, if you dream it and believe it, you will achieve it. Please hit the hearts and likes, and please comment on the video. Let me know if there's something you would like me to cover in a future video. Just put it in the comments. If you're on YouTube, please hit the subscribe and the thumbs up button, and feel free to make a comment on my videos. I was thinking, today is Halloween, and we all have different stories to do with Halloween. And I wanted to share with you an experience I had as a young girl of about probably 11 or 12. My two brothers had a paper route, and they didn't like to collect. They never seemed to get many tips when they collected, so they hired me to collect in their place. So I enjoyed meeting people, so I was happy to do it for a price. I was on one street, and it was starting to get just a little bit dark, and the house I had to go to was kind of old and creepy. It was like painted black, and it had a couple broken shutters, and it was just really scary. And it just so happened that I knew from kids in the neighborhood that a witch lived there. And I remember I was trembling and I was shaking as I went up, and I knocked on that door. I wasn't sure what I would hear, and then I heard, "Hello? Who's there?" My eyes got big and my heart started beating fast, and I really felt like just running. But I stood my ground. Finally, the door began to open. Creak! And there was a woman who had long, scraggly hair, and her face was all wrinkly, and she had the longest fingernails I had ever seen in my life, and they curled under, literally curled under. And she said, "Hi, kids don't come here. What do you want?" And then I looked, and right on her shoulder was a black crow. And the black crow goes, "Ah!" I was really getting creeped out. I just hardly knew what to do. And so finally I said, "I'm here to collect for your newspaper." And she looked at me and she says, "You're here to collect for my newspaper? I don't pay for my newspaper. I get it free." She said, "No one is brave enough to come up and take my money. They haven't for months." Then I knew my brothers must have been giving it to her free. So being the responsible collector that I was, I said, "Well, I'm sorry. If you want to continue to get your paper, you're going to have to pay me today." She just kind of rubbed her chin, and she looked at me. And I looked back at her. And I could feel my knees about turning to rubber, but I didn't want her to see it. So she looked at me, and then she goes, "Finally a child is able to stand up to me and is not scared of me. You know, I'm not really a witch. The kids just think so." And over time, week after week, I could count on a $5 tip every time I collected from her. And we became good friends. I realized she was actually just an older woman who needed a friend. She wasn't a witch at all. But my brothers had failed to see the opportunity. They had failed to implement the strategy of going and collecting from her. A lot of times in business, people are failing because they're failing to implement the strategies that they've been taught in their business. They do not follow through. So they have all this frustration because they're not persevering to overcome their failures. I'm here to remind you tonight that In order to be successful, you must take action. I don't care if you've been in business for 1 year or 10 years. Nothing is going to happen. You're going to stay stuck if you don't start taking action and implement the things that you're learning. I don't care how many books you read. I don't care how many mentors you have. I don't care how many articles you read about how to do stuff. I don't care how many tools you buy or how many shiny objects you buy. If you don't implement it and do the work, you're going to stay stuck. Just like my hands here. You won't be able to pull them apart because you're going to be stuck because you're not implementing what you need to implement. Please take my advice. If you are going to go into business to be an entrepreneur, implement the strategies that you're learning. Go forward. Take action. Don't let anyone discourage you. You are you, and it's totally up to you to do what you need to do to be successful, to do what you need to do to make your business grow, to do what you need to do to get people to join your Facebook group, to get people to follow you on Facebook, to get people to follow you on YouTube. It's all up to you. It's all in your attitude and your belief system. If you will only dream it and believe it and implement it, you will achieve it. Nothing happens by accident. It all happens by hard work and being willing to stay until the job is won. Everything that we do in life has a starting point, and we have to allow that point to grow to help us to achieve our goals in life. What do you really want in life? What problem are you trying to solve? What do you know and have that you can help another person solve their problem with? We hear so many people starting out in business and then they just give up. They allow people to discourage them and to make them stop. Don't be a quitter. Don't be a failure. You don't have to be. View each failure as another obstacle you can climb over to reach a little bit closer to that goal that you set for yourself. So just remember, failure to implement is the biggest problem that most affiliate marketers and entrepreneurs face. So go out there, implement the strategies and the things you're learning, and share it with other people. Teach other people what you're doing, and you will be successful. Just believe in yourself. So this Halloween night, I'm reminding you that God has given each of us unique gifts to inspire, inform, and to light. May God bless you till we meet again, my friends.